All right, everybody, it's time for another football fundamentals, and this is one of my favorite things. Was like the 8th time I've said that in 5 videos. I really like this because you guys know I love interior play, whether that's offensive line or defensive line. That's where I really enjoy the game. One of those plays is a trap block. And I love it because it seems to always catch the defense unaware. And as we're going to see in this play, even going against an all-pro, Pro Bowl level player, you can catch them and then just it makes them look silly. Almost makes them look like they're a rookie back in mini camp. And obviously this is the type of play that you can't run all the time or else defenses tend to catch on to it. But when you hit them with it as a surprise, and I think this is one of the things that made the New Orleans Saints offense in 2017 so deadly from the offensive line perspective, is they were able to execute multiple blocking concepts, whether it be trap blocks or outside zone runs, inside zone runs, man and gap power systems, tray counters. They were able to do a lot of things through their versatility, and this is one of them that helped them find success early on. So let's take a look at this, but first, we're going to do like we always do, and shout out to our good friends and buddies over at Inside the Pylon, because you guys know I like to read it. We're going to read it first. The trap block is a run blocking assignment that pulls a blocker to the play side of the formation to block an uncovered defender. Most of the linemen block down in one direction, while the trap blocker flows in the opposite direction toward the defender. The defender is intentionally left unblocked by the rest of the offensive personnel, allowing the trap blocker to move in from the opposite side of the field and take him out of the play. A very nice way of saying that he's going to be unsuspectingly blasted in the side. And it's funny. Now, a lot of times, too, when you'll see this play happen, is we read about this trap defender or trap block hitting the player and just welling him out. But a lot of times I've seen, too, where the defender is caught so off guard and his momentum is carrying, he actually goes to the turf immediately by himself without even having to be touched. And that's kind of, that's a win-win as well. And you'll actually see that happen in this play where Kyle Williams, Buffalo Bills defender, one of the greats at his position, and sure, he's getting a little bit long in the tooth, but still a very, very good player, leader on that defense. And I'm saying all that to say that you can't just go, oh, well, it happened to that guy and he's not that good. That's a very good football player that this happened to. Very good. But let's go ahead and roll the play before I'm talking too much. One thing I get in is my Madden pen, because you guys love when I scribble all over the screen. You can't understand what I'm doing. So transition. So we're going to see a simple single back formation here in 11 personnel, 1 tight end, 1 running back, going against a 6-man front that is shaded heavy to the strong side, the play side, where we're actually going. Let's go ahead and press play. I want to show it to you one time because it makes me giggle. But whoop! Oh, on the ground, 5-yard gain. Simple, easy peasy. Let me run it through real quick just so you can see it. So watch Larry Warford, your right guard. So right here, it's Larry Warford, and then Ryan Ramczyk. So normally in a lot of blocks, say we're doing inside zone or manpower or whatever, doesn't matter. You're going to get this assignment in this gap right here. So this B gap is going to get blocked somehow. So you might have a combo block that moves up to the linebacker. You might have, if we're going this way, you might have a zone block, and Ryan Ramczyk has a responsibility to reach around on him. Warford does a little help, and he comes and blocks at the second level. Whatever you're trying to do. Not often you're going to leave the B-gap defenders unblocked. So the point of the trap block is it sets a trap by Warford goes right past, and Warford is actually going to go downhill, and Ryan Ramczyk's going to let him go, and he's going to go up. So that means Kyle Williams is free to come downfield. Now, as a player in the trenches, you're expecting engagement. You're expecting to get contact. So you're launching out of your stance, usually as an offensive guy and a defensive guy, to engage the man across from you. And that's kind of what sets this up. And these plays are so funny to me. You can put them on blooper reels, but this is a design play. So watch what happens. So at the snap of the ball, we've got a little bit of motion here. Whoop, almost like a little swimmer. See that Larry Warford swim move right there? Oh, man, we need to turn that into a GIF and a GIF. Put that on Twitter. Look at that little swim move right over the top. Oh, nice and clean, and Kyle Williams is on the ground. And then you got this big old 300-pound man that you pull, which is Anders Pete. And he comes screaming across the line of scrimmage. So his job is to, as soon as the ball gets snapped here, he's going to turn his butt and get moving. He's not taking any steps. His first step is supposed to be a lateral movement. He's moving horizontally down the line. Bam. And that opens it up. And then watch as the play goes. You see Larry Warford is going to pick up the linebacker that comes in. The other linebacker that was trailing because of the motion, he ends up picking up Mark Ingram. Personally, I think this play would have gone a little bit better if they actually didn't bring the motion guy. If they would have left him over on the other side of the field, you wouldn't have carried over that extra defender, which turned it into a 7-man box. Instead, they took the 6-man box advantage they have and lost it. The only question you have here is Ryan Ramczyk supposed to scream down here and block this way, or is he supposed to move up here? And that's a coaching thing. I don't know what he's supposed to do. Like the article reads, and let's head back to it. Typically, you get everybody crashing down to one side, but that's also, it varies. So you see right here in the little diagram of the trap block that was, is that Mark Schofield's beautiful handiwork? No, it's Ryan Durkham with a nice little X's and O's draw up there. So you can see you got the pulling left guard defender. You see the tackle, as we just see what Kyle Williams is here. And you see the guard crashing down. And in this one, it has what Ryan Ramczyk would be head up a little bit to the left side of the linebacker instead of the linebacker to his right. So it's kind of a coaching decision. If that's his area and his man in this play, cool, doesn't matter. The only thing I would take away and change is I think the motion, adding this 7th defender right here, prevents a touchdown. I think that 7th defender's not there, and Larry Warford is getting that guy. I think Mark Ingram has a good chance of heading on in. You see Josh Hill's got a block down there. You see Ryan Ramczyk. But either way, it's a good, solid 5-yard gain. Very positive run. I didn't have that up there when I was talking to you guys. Let me turn that back over and show you what I'm talking about. So if that 7th defender doesn't come in the box, you're going to see Larry Warford coming down, and he's going to take that guy. Ryan Ramczyk takes this guy, and you have the tight end come with a seal block here. In theory, you're going to have an open run lane for Mark Ingram to go straight to the end zone, if that extra defender doesn't come on the motion. But it's still, regardless, you're talking about a 5-yard gain, good play on first down, moving into the red zone. See, is what I'm talking about. So you're going to have Josh Hill takes that. These two guys are blocked, so Ingram has now got to get around the reach defender who's unblocked coming around, and then he's also got to take on the linebacker. Still gets 5 good yards, very positive gain, but adding that 7th man might have been a little bit of a extra flashiness we didn't necessarily need. But anyway, this is one of my favorite concepts. This is meant to be a short video. You don't have to talk too much about traps, but really good. Let's read it one more time. The trap block is a run blocking assignment that pulls a blocker to the play side of the formation to block an uncovered defender. Most of the linemen block down in one direction, while the trap block flows in the opposite direction toward the defender. The defender is intentionally left unblocked by the rest of the offensive personnel, allowing the trap blocker, in this case Andres Pete, to move in from the opposite side of the formation and take him out of the play. That's exactly what happens. It's one of my favorite plays. It makes me giggle when I see it. I get hype. And there are some times that you almost feel bad for the defender because he just gets blasted and blown up, hit stick out of Madden. But it's all good. That's part of the thing. And I love it. Love it. Guys, hope you enjoy these quick little football fundamental videos. I hope they're teaching you a little bit more about the game. Some things you might have seen. Some things maybe you haven't seen before. Either way, I hope you're enjoying it. If you are, I ask that you would drop a like. Share this out with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you really like it, donate to our Patreon, our PayPal. Help make these things happen. Help them come up more often. Because I love doing them. I know you like watching them. Who dat? God bless. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace. Oh, I got to start that intro up. Oh, there it is.